The following thoughts and opinions on this episode of Pop Culture with the Producers does not reflect the views of KREM 2 or Tekna.
Welcome to Pop Culture with the Producers! Yay! I'm one of the hosts, Adriana DePadre.
I'm Kelsey Clark.
So we're two producers here at KREM 2, and we have lots of thoughts and opinions on what's happening in the pop culture verse. So Kelsey, what are we getting started with today?
Okay, this is something that I think Spotify should have always done. They're doing reserved tickets. Reserved concert tickets, let me say. And you have Apple Music, so...
I love Apple Music.
Loser, first of all.
I still get my student discount with Apple Music.
Yeah, my Spotify is like $14. Let's talk about that. Let's not. Okay, anyways, they're doing these reserved concert tickets. So it's just for adult premium subscribers. So like they'll save up to 2 tickets for you. So if you want to go with more than just you and a friend, I don't know. It's not really going to work out for that. And it's based off your activity, really. So like your streaming numbers, your shares, your likes. I think it's like, yeah, like the artists you follow. Like it's everything. They take it all into account. So it's like they're low-key stalking us. Which reminds me of something else, like Sabrina Carpenter. Looking at you, Vinny.
It's not true.
Why are you stalking Sabrina?
I'm not.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that. The reserve concert tickets starts this summer, so from what I saw, I didn't see an exact date, but it'd be good. Summer concerts, summer's almost here. And so you'll like get a notification, or they'll like reserve a ticket for you, like based on your location. So if I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so if I really wanted to go to a concert in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's not going to reserve one for me because I don't live there. It would reserve one for me if there was something I really liked in Spokane. Now, I'm not sure if that counts, like, if something's over in Seattle, because, to be honest, guys, like, not huge artists.
No, everyone skips Spokane.
Everyone skips Spokane. And you know what? Like, it's that, I understand that. But, so I don't know if that really counts, if Seattle will count for us. I hope so.
Because also, like, some artists sometimes skip the whole Pacific Northwest, like,
yeah,
and then they'll go to like Oakland or Sacramento or the Bay, and they'll just stay there for a couple shows.
Oh my gosh!
So it's kind of like, does that count too? Is it like closest to us? Like, yeah, that's my question.
I'm not sure because it wasn't very specific on that. But this is something I do think they should have had like forever ago. This is a genius idea because sometimes like artists will do pre-sales and it's like, oh, only for my biggest fans. But then everyone gets a code, anyone can sign up, and then it's not guaranteed tickets. Like, it used to be that pre-sale, you were basically guaranteed to get a concert ticket. Was it going to be a good concert ticket? Maybe not, but you're going to get one. And now, I don't know, hopefully this will be a little better for the concert situation. I love a good concert. So,
yeah, I hope so. I hope it kind of makes the Ticketmaster war a bit better.
The Ticketmaster war sucks.
I mean, they've been called out a lot, and they're doing more to make it better, but I hope this is kind of that nail in the coffin of, like, hey, let's get tickets in the hands of real fans, people who will enjoy the music, people who are discovering the artist and want to experience the show.
Yeah, they have the proof. The proof is in the pudding, you know? Because it's not like it's just... But, okay, the thing is, though, some people, like, sleep stream. And it gets streams up. Oh, I hate when people do this. It gets streams up on like a certain song if, you know, they just listen to it and they don't actually listen to it. I wonder if Spotify will like catch them on that. I don't think they will.
Because what if someone just is obsessed with like... Right. Because what if you're me and you just listen to like Dinner Party by Niall Horan like 5 times in a row in one sitting? Like... Does that mean I'm a sleep streamer? No, it just means I really like that song.
So it might make sleep streamers like a little bit worse, but this should make getting tickets for concerts better. Unless you're an Apple Music user, like some people I know.
Hey, I pay the student discount for Apple Music, and I have not been a student for a while.
Yeah.
So
the pricing is a little crazy on Spotify.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with my student discount and my current playlist and stuff.
One artist I wish that they had this for, Olivia Rodrigo. I'm still mad I didn't get tickets. Just like that One Direction song. Wait, or is it Harry?
No, it's the One Direction
Oh
song.
my gosh.
I
know that song. I really wanted to get tickets to her show, right? She just released her track list for the new album that's coming out soon.
Welcome back, Lover album track list release.
Okay, so it's literally impossible to read. Look at that.
It's so
Look at
hard.
that. I can't. I'm so bad at reading cursive. I can read the titles. I can't. I couldn't even write. I have notes. I couldn't even write them down because I couldn't read it. When my grandma sends me cursive letters saying "I love you so much, Kelsey," I have to have my mom read it out for me. Isn't that embarrassing?
A little, but like I just know how to read cursive just because I think my sophomore or junior year English teacher made us write everything in cursive. So like I can read cursive pretty well because of her, because of them.
The last time that we were taught cursive in school was in 4th grade, and that was a while ago.
Yeah, I think if I didn't have my high school teachers, I would not understand cursive.
Yeah, so there's 13 songs. Couldn't tell you what a single one is named besides the ones that already came out and the one that played on SNL. The Cure, Drop Dead, and Begged. Couldn't tell you what the rest of them are. There's like 2 sections though: Girl So in Love and You Seem Pretty Sad. So before, I don't remember exactly where she said this. She might have said this on SNL, but don't quote me on that. She said it gets like more sad as it goes on. So Drop Dead, that's the very first one. She said that's the happiest one, and that is a really happy song.
It's so good.
It's a really happy song.
I'm like, yes.
But it's going to get more and more sad as it goes on, which, you know, I haven't loved with Olivia. I know that's like kind of her thing, is to write these little sad breakup songs. I like when she does the rock more, the pop rock.
Same. The pop rock is so fun.
Yeah. I hope there's at least some of that in this album. It comes out June 12th, so really soon. We are coming up.
Listening party.
Listening party's coming up. Guys, join us.
Join us. If we get approved, we'll do a live listening party. I don't think it's going to get approved,
No,
though,
I don't think so. But that would be awesome.
But I mean, you guys can like hear our reaction and just, you guys won't hear the music, but like
you can watch our reaction. It'll be muted.
Yeah, it'll be muted for you guys on what's playing, but it'll just be us listening to it and be like, yes!
Yeah.
Or like, or us crying.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, you know.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of music, Blondie, Miss Taylor Swift, is releasing a new song called I Knew It, I Knew You, for the upcoming Toy Story movie, Toy Story 5.
Too many
Toy Stories. I thought we ended this thing at 3.
You are screwed.
I have many thoughts about this. Like, I get the idea of Toy Story 5. Like, kids now are obsessed with screens.
Yes.
We need to get them reading more. But I'm like, I thought we ended this stuff with Toy Story 3. Like,
Toy Story 4, low-key, kind of a banger, but it really needed to end there. It really, really, really needed to end there. I was so confused when they announced Toy Story 5. And you know who else was confused? Is freaking Tim Pham. And he only found it out yesterday.
That is true.
That
is true.
I don't even know how. Maybe he was on, like, social media or something. He was like, Kelsey, there's a Taylor Swift Toy Story song? And I was like... Yeah, for Toy Story 5. And he was like flipping out, which, you know what? Rightfully so. They make too many sequels these days.
More original content. Anyway, so this song comes out June 5th.
Yep.
The movie doesn't come out until June 19th. And like Taylor put out a statement. She was like, I've always dreamed of writing for these characters. And she instantly fell in love with Toy Story 5, and she was lucky enough to see in the early stages, like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah, good for you.
She was selling CDs online on her website, like she normally does for this stuff.
Right.
All sold out.
Already?
I looked yesterday after, like, the release a couple hours later. She's like, oh, wonder, like, what's available. Sold out. And I looked again this morning before we came in here on my break. So, like, 5 a.m., sold out.
That's ridiculous.
So...
Taylor fans are crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not.
And you know what's really funny is I remember, let's see, in April, her like team posted like I don't know if it was accidental, but it was a short little countdown on her website, and she's known for her countdowns and her Easter eggs and whatnot. And everyone like, was it Toy Story themed? Was the countdown?
Yes, it was clouds like from Toy Story. And everyone was like, it's Toy Story themed. And
she's gonna be in the movie. She's gonna have a song. She's gonna have a character. Like all these things. Yeah, and it was like set to, and the countdown was set to end on May 2nd. but nothing happened because they took the countdown down. They took the countdown down 10 minutes later because it wasn't supposed to be there, I guess. And they posted a completely different countdown earlier this week, last week.
I think
whenever they announced it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then they tried gaslighting us, be like, Taylor's not in it. Like,
no, I know.
Please, we knew Taylor was in the movie. Like, stop.
So
Swifties are detectives.
They're crazy.
If I go to court, I want a Swiftie representing me. I mean, so for real.
Right.
If I want my lawyer to be a Swiftie if we get sued.
Right. So yeah, someone at Taylor Nation is getting fired. I don't know that for sure. Don't call me. But they really shouldn't have posted that.
No.
That's on them.
It was fun.
But yeah, Toy Story 5 comes out June 19th. What about anything else?
So many movies, Kelsey.
So many movies.
Me and you, we're big movie gals. We love movies.
Love a movie.
There's a bunch of movies coming out. So this Friday is going to be June 5th. And what comes out is Master of the Universe. It's about He-Man.
Yep.
And the creator of He-Man, I think, is actually from Washington, but he recently passed away.
Oh, rest in peace.
He recently passed away, so it's very sad. There is Power Ballad. This one is about a wedding singer who is Paul Rudd. Past his prime, and his song gets stolen by pop star Nick Jonas.
When I was a kid, I had a crush on Nick Jonas.
Honestly,
I liked his curly hair.
High heels,
red dress. Wow.
We have Scary Movie 6 coming out.
Yep.
So if, I think about the scary movies, they're not really scary. They're more about like making fun of the horror movies.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Which is the fun of them.
Yeah.
And then we have Disclosure Day. I hate this ad so much because they're like,
really?
Oh yeah, with in the theaters.
What's her name?
I see her face.
I know.
Beautiful. Yes, she's Sandy. Yes, I've seen the trailer, but I just don't like it because of that.
It scares me.
And that's why I'm not going to watch it in theaters.
Yeah, that one comes out June 12th.
June 12th, yes. And then coming out June 19th, obviously Toy Story 5.
Right.
And then another one, The Death of Robin Hood.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that.
I haven't seen anything about this one. So it's kind of a dark reimagining of Robin Hood starring Hugh Jackman. So I could imagine it's like if Robin Hood wasn't a cutesy little fox and was actually evil. Yes. That's what I think of.
Again, when I was a kid, I loved those like dark reimaginings of fairy tales, like Once Upon a Time.
Oh, so good.
Even watching that during your break, I like will glance over and just watch with you.
I watch it because Sebastian Stan's in it, but he's cute. But like also the show's good. The costumes
it's a good
in
show.
Once Upon a Time are so good
until a certain point.
Yeah, it reaches a point and then it gets bad. But like whatever, let me just be happy. And then I'm really excited about this one because I loved Superman. Supergirl comes out June 26th.
Yep.
So if you watch the first Superman, you know Supergirl and you know Crypto.
The one that came out last year.
Yeah, it came out last year. I remember I think I went Saturday morning to watch Superman. And it was the greatest moment of my life. And I was like, this is so exciting. And then Supergirl's coming out. And I'm like, I can't wait to feel that again. I'm super excited.
Less than a year later. That's crazy to me.
Which is really cool. I'm excited. I loved Crypto, but I also love dogs. So
I'm very excited for that. James Gunn still.
Yes, James Gunn.
I really did like the Superman that came out last year, so I'm really hoping
Superman
this is good.
Edits to Kryptonite?
I know.
On TikTok?
No, I know.
So good. Like, into my veins. I need that. That's my adrenaline. That's my adrenaline shot in the mornings is watching Superman edits to Kryptonite.
I think, going earlier, I think the woman you were trying to name was Emily Blunt.
Thank you.
Married to
Yes. Okay, I was thinking her, but I also was thinking Elizabeth Banks, and I didn't want to say the wrong name. Yes. I knew she was married to the guy from The Office. I did know that.
Yes.
Emily Blunt also in Devil Wears Prada 2.
That's true.
That's true. And Emily Blunt said all the noise in Disclosure Day was real and
it's all herself.
AI, which is amazing.
I'm very...
Because we have many not popular thoughts on AI and Hollywood and arts. Yeah.
No. You know who was also in that movie? Josh O'Connor. Love him. He was in Challengers. Watch that movie. Good movie. It's good. The thing is, though, none of those are really, like, calling out to me. You know? Like, I love movies. I'm going to go see Supergirl. Couldn't say about any of the other ones.
Yeah.
I'll watch a scary movie at some point, you know? But something I'm really interested in are the two that just recently came out, Obsession and Backrooms. So cool. And I'm not, like, a horror movie person. I get so scared, like, even in the theater, I'll, like, cover my eyes. I don't look. But I'm so interested in watching these because, A, they look so cool, but both of the directors are like YouTubers, which is so interesting. Why'd they get picked up? I don't know. Obsession has such a small budget. So did Backrooms. Kane Parsons, the director of Backrooms, 20 years old. He's the youngest director for a #1 film ever.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
20 years old? What was I doing at 20? Not directing a movie.
No.
I was probably doing homework.
Probably.
I was sleeping.
And what's even crazier is there's a new Star Wars movie that just came out, right? Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu.
Pedro Pascal.
You know, I actually do kind of want to watch that because I love Baby Yoda. I'm never calling him Grogu.
It's Baby Yoda.
Absolutely not. It's Baby Yoda. What's crazy is those two movies beat out the new Star Wars movie. There hasn't been a new Star Wars movie in like 7 years. These two little horror, like indie movies beat out a Star Wars movie.
Which is crazy
Which is
to
crazy.
think about.
And it's both of these directors' first time directing.
Mm-hmm.
Curry Barker directed Obsession. It's his first time. He's 26. And Kane Parsons, because he's 20. I would hope it's his first movie. But yeah, actually so crazy. I want to see Backrooms so bad. I know I can't watch Obsession in the theater because I would just get too scared and grossed out. But I will watch it at some point. Trust.
I'm a big old scaredy cat, so
Yeah.
I feel like I need to watch it in the day with someone, daylight, and then I need to go like outside afterwards and go touch grass
Right.
because I will get spooked out.
Yeah. And I need a blue slushie. I mean, icy. Same difference.
Blue fruzy. Speaking of spooky stuff,
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for this one.
guys, so Universal does this really cool thing where every Halloween, Universal Studio turns into like haunted horror, and they're bringing Sinners, which is one of the greatest movies of all time. And if you don't like it, you're wrong. Looking at you, Nate. I'm looking right at you, Nate, because you're wrong. Yeah. So in the past, they've done Nope and Insidious. I've seen parts of Nope.
I've never seen Nope.
Nope. I got like halfway through. It was kind of freaking me out a little because I was like, ooh. But like that's the point of it. But I was like, can't watch this alone. I don't do jump scare movies, so I'm not gonna watch Insidious. But I had a friend in high school who was obsessed with Insidious, and that was like her comfort movie.
That's really weird.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a Sinners themed haunted house. So
yeah,
come here, Sammy.
I love Universal. It's like such a fun theme park. I went there for my like high school senior graduation thing. I love it so much. I went there for my birthday once.
Oh, as you should.
And I've never been to their haunted horror nights. We need to go.
We need to go, but like I want to wear a thing that says "Please don't scare me. I will cry if you scare me."
Yeah, I think they do have those for some. I don't know exactly for the Universal one, but there's somewhere it's like you wear a pin. It's like, please don't run up to me and scare me.
Yeah, I need that because I will cry if someone comes up behind me.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Bawling.
It would be bad. I'm so excited for that though. And we didn't look at the video that we have.
Ooh.
Welcome in. The game's just getting started. But be warned, the house always has an edge. And this one's jagged.
Sink your teeth into Sinners. One nightmare of many. Only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
So yeah, very excited about that.
Very excited. Loved Sinners.
Love Sinners.
Love rewatching it. Like,
yes, I've seen it so much.
Movie. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
For it being a horror movie, it wasn't something that scared me. Like the scariest moment was, and spoiler alert, was the beginning of the movie when there was that snake. That was the scariest moment of the whole movie.
Because it jumps.
It jumps at you. And you're like, because you're like already on edge because you're like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was scariest moment of the whole movie was that snake scene. But yeah.
An even scarier movie, a fully AI film.
Dun dun dun.
Disgusting.
Awful.
Disgusting.
Atrocious.
If you can't tell, we hate AI, like generative AI. Bad, horrible for the environment. This film, it's debuting at Tribeca, June 10th. It's called Dreams of Violet. It's fully, completely AI generated. It's the first feature-length live action in quotes, I would say, completely AI generated to be accepted by a major film festival. So, like, movies normally cost a bunch of money. Like, even the Backrooms movie that we were talking about, like, it was still like $10 million.
Oh, goodness.
Right? This movie, the director says it cost $2,000. It only took about 2 months.
Like, I'm kind of looking at the video as we're going, because I've never seen the trailer before.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, AI will never be able to replace humans. Like, there is a time and place for AI. Like,
Yeah.
Like, sure, there is, but it's not in the field of arts where you just need to be creative. Like, sure, $2,000 is much cheaper than $10 million, but it's also like, okay, well, I mean, if you look, can we pull up the video real quick? So if you look at it, I mean, like, they don't look natural. You don't see any emotions.
It's so smooth.
It's so smooth. Like,
it's shiny.
I'm so sorry. Like, humans aren't that way. Like,
but the thing is, it looks like this AI looks so much better than it did like a year ago.
Yes, which is the scary thing.
Which is so scary.
It's scary.
What if we're AI?
But it's also, you have to remember, like, I think of sports games and like video games.
Right.
But, like, when they first came out, it was like the greatest quality ever. Like, I don't know. I think of like Madden 15 just because that was the first Madden game I bought. And I think of that. I remember when that quality came out, my brother was like, "This quality is really good."
Right.
And then I played like Madden like 22 or something a while ago, and I was like, "Oh." And I looked back at 2015. I'm like, "Oh." So I think that's something we'll see like as we move further and further along. We'll be able to spot AI. Like, sure, it's getting better, but also like we'll get better at spotting it and knowing what's real and what's not. Like, I'm sure if we analyze this frame by frame by frame, we could find stuff in the background that just isn't human, and mistakes too.
But you know what? If like you didn't tell me that was AI, that would not be my first guess. And I like to think that I'm really good at guessing or like figuring out when something is AI. It does look very smooth and everything is pretty like center of the frame, which is something I've noticed with AI stuff. But yeah, I know like that, like they look like people. They do look like freaky and like fake, but they look like people.
Yeah.
It's so, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I couldn't.
Yeah. Same. Neither. Not big AI fans. Nope.
No.
AI doesn't have a place in arts.
Nope. Keep humans in movies.
I want humans in movies only.
You know what put me in a movie? I would love that. I'm not AI.
You're real.
I'm a human. I'll be in a movie.
You're iconic. Like,
Thank you.
Pretty, smart, beautiful,
my gosh.
talented.
Wow. Thank you. We have a trending section as well. Some things we wanted to briefly touch on. One, Adriana.
I'm very excited about. So I'm an Arizona girl, so I love my Arizona sports. Devin Booker, star of the Phoenix Suns, is releasing his new chapter of Shoes. His last name's Book, so that's why it's chapters. So chapter 2, book 2 are out. So do you know where the only turquoise McDonald's is in the U.S.?
Well, I would assume Arizona.
But do you know where in Arizona?
No.
Sedona. And the reason is because city officials, so this is from Reader's Digest, there's strict rules in place for buildings, and they don't want like colors to distract from the beautiful red rocks in Sedona. So they said, if you're going to build it, your arches have to be turquoise. So that's why if you look at this video, Devin Booker's handing out his shoes at the McDonald's in Sedona. I've been to that McDonald's. It's just turquoise. That's the biggest deal about it. But his new shoes pay homage to that. So his shoes have been tributes to his life and to Arizona. So like, I'm actually wearing my book shoes right now. So he's a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. So that's what these shoes are. So the new shoes he released are turquoise and represent the McDonald's in Sedona. Yeah. And so
I didn't think you were going to take your shoe off.
I did because I wanted to show it. I literally wore these shoes because I was going to be talking about Devin Booker.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so the only turquoise McDonald's in the entire U.S. is in Sedona, Arizona. So that's where Devin Booker drew inspiration for these chapter 2 books shoes from.
That's so interesting. Wow. Yeah, and those shoes are beautiful, right?
Yes, they're really cool. I like them. They're basketball shoes, so like they're good for guards. As a girly with bad ankles, I can tell you they have really good ankle support. So
they're good for your fankle.
They're good for my ankle. My fake ankle, guys. Yeah. So if you're a basketball player and you play like guard position, I would definitely consider trying out D-Book. Paige Beckers has worn Booker shoes. So if they're good enough for Paige,
They're good enough for anybody.
You. They're like, call me Paige.
Whoa.
Call me Hazy. Call me Gabby Williams.
Call me Dua Lipa.
Oh, hello.
Love that
Dua
girl.
Lipa. Mr. Dua Lipa, happily married. All right, so at KREM, we're talking about one where it's Nicole and Jeremy, but also Dua Lipa and Callum Turnham. Cut that.
Callum Turner, not Callum Turnham.
Anyway, Dua Lipa.
Yep.
Married now.
To Mr. Dua Lipa.
Mr. Dua Lipa.
Callum Turner.
So,
He's also very beautiful.
Oh, he is so handsome.
And it's weird. Like, I'm not used to a man being beautiful.
No, like, as two beautiful people getting married. Like
what happened to the world?
Like,
what world are we living in?
Look at that. Like,
oh my gosh.
She's gorgeous.
He's everything.
Gorgeous. And like, they got married May 31st in London. They were together for 2.5 years.
Yep.
And wanna know how they met?
How?
His book. So they were reading the same book and they were on the same page.
Right.
And then they started dating that way because of a book.
Because they're on the same page.
They're on the same page. So
That's so...
if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, pick up a book.
Pick up a book, start reading a book, finish the first chapter, and find someone who is also reading that same book and also just finish the same chapter. You guys are on the same page?
Love Advice with Kelsey and Adriana.
Yeah.
Like,
My brother's bachelor party was in Phoenix, and we went to a Dua Lipa concert. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Was Callum Turner there?
No. I don't think so.
so,
Yeah.
look at me. I'm Dua Lipa. I married someone hot, and I'm so pretty and smart and talented and rich, and I get to travel the world. Oh, I love you, Dua.
You know who told me that she's learning to, what's it called when you marry two people together?
Oh, being officiant?
Yeah, so Laura Papetti told me that she is learning how to be an officiant. She found out that I was dating someone today and decided to tell me about that.
It was really funny.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
So if there's any celebrity out there watching this and you're going to get married, Taylor and Travis.
If
you
call
are
up the station.
Call Laura, call
KREM 2.
Laura Papetti and have her officiate your wedding.
Yep.
I could imagine it's going to be outdoors. Laura said she's not allowed in churches to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why. She did not tell us.
But like Taylor and Travis, call up KREM 2, call up TV's Laura Papetti, have her officiate your wedding. And if you're watching this and you need a officiant, call up Laura Papetti.
Laura is ready. She's ready to work for you. She wants to work for me. I'm not getting married yet, Laura, so just hold on, girl. But something else in court. Patagonia and Patagonia. Who's Patagonia?
Isn't she a drag queen?
Yes, and she has a beautiful mustache.
Yes.
I love a mustache.
Girl, I know you love a
Girl,
mustache.
shut up. So Patagonia, you might notice they're a little similar of a name. Patagonia. Patagonia is suing Patagonia because it's like kind of for likeness. Like she's using their branding and their look in her merch, which is not in their legal agreement because they do have a legal agreement because, you know, they're really similar. I looked up Patagonia and I spelled it wrong. I'm going to find this drag queen, you know? So they have had a legal agreement since 2022 for, like, Patagonia's environmental activism. Like, she can use, like, their name, basically. But she can't use any of their merch. Or, like, she can't, like, use their likeness for any of their merch. And they're accusing her of doing that. She says that she's never used any of their branding. In my opinion, yes, she did. But Patagonia's suing her for like $1, you know, so it's not, they're not trying to ruin her financially.
They're just trying to make a little statement of
they're
like,
trying to make a point.
Yeah.
You broke our little legal agreement. We don't like you anymore.
I need to confess something. I didn't think Patagonia, like when I think as an Arizona girl,
Right.
I think of the lake, Patagonia Lake in Arizona. And I was
That's in Arizona?
Yeah, there's a lake it's a man-made lake, I think. But there's a
Oh.
lake in southern Arizona called Patagonia. And for the longest time, I was like, can't believe a clothing brand from Patagonia went this big and everyone's obsessed with it. And then I got older and I was like, oh, there's
There's more. There's more to the world.
There's more to the world than
There's
Arizona.
more to the world than Arizona. That's a major life lesson that you should learn.
Yeah, there's also more to the world than Tulsa.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Dua Lipa, she's so beautiful. I can't stop thinking about her.
She's so beautiful. You know, I would also try and shoot my shot with Dua Lipa.
I wish her and I got married.
Oh, dude, imagine.
Right?
Oh, I don't know what to get you guys as a wedding gift.
A mirror?
That's true. I'll get you a big mirror.
Thank you.
Big, beautiful mirror.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Dua Lipa, call me, call the station. She still hasn't had her, like, big ceremony. I think that's this weekend. So, if you need Laura Papetti there, I don't know if you need an officiant for, like, an actual ceremony. Probably not. But if you do, Laura Papetti is available. She's currently doing Big Book giveaway, but
she can put that on hold while she gets you married.
She can get you married and invite us too.
Yes, invite us too.
Yep, we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Devin Booker, if you're seeing this, please come on. Love to chat with you. I would.
Yeah, I would just, like, look at Devin Booker. I don't even know what Devin Booker looks like, really.
Hot.
Really?
He's hot.
Because we talked about this before. Jared McCain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And Jared McCain, Devin Booker.
Jared McCain, please come on the show. Please, 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 please.
Oh my gosh. If we could get Devin Booker and Jared McCain,
that's, like, that would be the best day of my life.
that would be literally amazing. We have two amazing basketball players.
Jared Booker.
Jared
McCain, please come on the show.
We will talk about Hoop Fest with you in basketball.
Yes, Hoop Fest is coming up, dude. Mm-hmm. What if they're here for Hoop Fest? We need to invite them.
We should.
You know what? OKC's not in the finals anymore. So he's free. He's free to come to Hoop Fest.
So yeah, I think we should reach out.
We should. That's a good idea.
Update next episode. Hey guys, we have Jared McCain on.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all we have for you today. No Jared McCain or Devin Booker today.
Or Dua
Maybe
Lipa.
next time. Or Dua Lipa. Yeah. Maybe next time. But we have even more pop culture and entertainment news on our website, KREM.com. Just text the words pop culture to 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to your phone. And yeah, that's it. Unfortunately.
Bye.
Bye.